What's up, everybody? Leone here again today with another review video for you. I got a really quick one today, one for the newbies, one for the beginners. Came across this. This is the Endura T20 by Innokin. It's $22 on myfreedomsmokes.com. What it is this basically an ego, a modern day ego, or an ego on steroids, ego battery. Maybe not an Ego on steroids, but it's an updated version of the Ego battery, and it comes in a kit version, so you get the tank with it. This is the cherry red finish. I think it's just called red on the website, but it is like a cherry glossy red. I really enjoy that. So $22, you get the battery, you get the tank, you get the charger, and all that. We'll go over all that in a little bit here, but really to get to know this thing a little better, we're gonna go down to the table, take a close look at it, a very quick close look at it, because there's not a whole lot to see, and then we'll discuss it here up in a little while. Alright, so here we are up close and personal with the Endura T20 from Innokin. There's a nice little package here, it says Innokin on the side. On the back you got some contents of the package, the battery milliamp hours, the resistance of the coil, max wattage that the battery will give you, and a nice illustration of what's included. Open this up. Inside it says Endura T20. It does have a magnetic flap. Inside you'll get your Endura T20. You'll get a little spares area here with the micro USB charging cable. You'll also get 2 more drip tips. So you get 3 total drip tips. I don't know why they did that. They all seem to be about the same, so I'm not really sure. You also get some spare O-rings, micro USB charge cable, and there's a little user manual down here at the bottom, and a nice little touch on their part. They have like a little quick install or quick instruction guide here right on the box itself, so you can see, you know, the battery, what the different colors mean, how to fill the tank, tells you to wait 3 minutes, what the cap does, just a bunch of little quick tips for you. So I got mine in this cherry red. I think the finish on this is really spectacular. So it does say Endura T20 here at the bottom. You do have your firing button here. You got your tank, and then you have this cap, which they decided to go with. It does say, I believe, Prism, or no, it just says T20 here at the top. So you do have this cap that just basically pops off and reveals your drip tip. I think it's a nice touch, actually, because when I have it in my pocket and I'm on the run and I'm not using it, I put the cap on there, keeps all that pocket lint off your drip tip and just whatnot. And then, I mean, when you're using it, you can take it and you pop it right on the bottom. And actually, with that on the bottom, I found that it's a perfect size for my hand to just wrap right around. You got the micro USB charge port there, 510 drip tip. You can use any drip tip you like. 3 clicks turns it on and off. 1, 2, 3. You'll see the light show, and you can see it's green, which means it's fully charged. 1, 2, 3, turns it off, and now it won't fire, so that's nice. This one is like a cherry red. I thought it was going to be a different kind of red, but I really grew to like this red. They have it in blue, black, and stainless also. I think the finish on here, it's really smooth and slidey, just so you know. It's not a rubberized finish, it's a really glossy, shiny finish. It does have a spring-loaded 510 pin. You do see the cutouts here for the airflow. It does get its airflow from the 510 pin. You can see the little cutout here, and the airflow holes are right down here in this pin. This is old school, but you know what? It works rather well. This tank couldn't be any simpler as far as using it. To fill it, you're just going to unscrew the top. The whole section here comes out. You have an O-ring there, and you're just going to fill it right down the side of the tank, not in there, down the side. And you fill it pretty much up to the top of this glass here, and you're full. It's about, I believe, 2 mil capacity. Then once you're done filling it, you just screw the top cap right back on. Now to change the coil, the con here is going to be, first of all, you have to unscrew this little section here. This will come right off. It's really easy to change the coil, but if you do have juice in here, you're not going to be able to change the coil without the juice just spewing everywhere. You're going to need to empty the tank first, make sure it's empty, and then change your coil. So really, all you're doing is pulling on this. You've seen this before. It's in different Innokin designs. Set that down, and here's your little coil. It's got these little wick hole slots here, one there. I believe it's got 1, 2, 4 wick hole slots there. And then the coil sits in there. It's working fine for me. I haven't had any issues with it. But yeah, that's taking the coil out. As far as putting the coil back in, you do have these little grooves here. See how there's a groove there and a groove there? This will just slide in and you line up the coil because it's got some cutouts on it too. So you match up those sections. A little off. Right there. And it kind of just matches right into there. And that's it. Your coil's installed. You can screw your base back on. Screw it onto your device and you're ready to vape. So it's a really easy changing coil system. No threads or nothing. Just pops right in. That's pretty much it. I'm going to screw this all together. Go up top and we'll talk about it a little more. So that's the Endura T20 close up. Not a whole lot to see there. It's very simple, you know, especially for a new vapor or even a seasoned vapor. I love this thing. I've been using this solely when I go to work because it's so small and pocketable, and performance on it's really good. Usually with devices of this nature, I'm not getting the satisfaction with the nicotine strength, so I have to up my nic to get more of a satisfying vape. This one's not the case. I'm still using my 12 milligram mouth-to-lung type juices that I use. It's like a 70-30 blend. It's wicking perfectly fine. And I actually do like, I've heard a lot of bad things about this cap. I do like this cap because when it's in my pocket, I pop the cap on there and pop it in my pocket. I don't have to worry about lint or nothing getting on there. And then when I'm ready to vape it, I just take it and I pop it on the bottom. And you know what? It gives it a little bit more length, which actually my finger, just pinky, just wraps right around the area, which is perfect. If you don't like the cap, don't use the cap. Set the cap aside, and it's even smaller. It's actually really small. I mean, it's pretty much everything's concealed except the tank part of it. I'll really go over specs at the beginning of this video like I usually do because there's not a lot of specs to go over, but I'll give you a quick rundown of the specs. The coils that come with it, or the coil that comes with it, is a 1.5 ohm resistance coil. It's a 1500 milliamp hour battery. It's a regulated wattage. It's up to 13 watts, so it's really just going to give you what the battery has in it. I didn't really notice the hit depleting as the battery drains, so I don't know if that's something it does, but as far as performance from fully charged to halfway charged, it's been pretty consistent, so I can't really say much on that. Battery life's not great, but again, I got through a full, 6-7 hour workday with this with no issue. I mean, I'm obviously not hitting it every 5 seconds, but I was able to get through a workday with it with no problem. The charge port on the back, makes it convenient for charging. It's not on the bottom, it's on the top, which is nice. And yeah, for 20 bucks, I mean, even the tank itself is, in my opinion, worth 20 bucks. Tank, if you don't like the battery and you want to adjust your wattage, you can throw it on anything else. I mean, it's a 510 tank. You just have to make sure it has airflow from the 510, whatever you throw it on. Here's a little megavolt that I threw it on, which makes a nice little setup. Maybe the colors don't go all that well, but for 13 watts, man, to have vape. Plenty of vapor for me. Works good. Actually, you get more airflow when you have it on something else. I found that on here it's a little more restricted, the airflow, more of the, a little bit looser than a cigarette, but very similar to a cigarette type draw when you put it on something like this. Or I've put it on a couple different devices that have the cutouts on them for the airflow. Most devices do. And you get a lot more airflow. I think it actually boosts the performance of it using it on something else. But you have that option. You could use it on that battery or throw it on something else. It's completely up to you. I've been using it on this battery for the most part, but it works either or way. I'm not going to talk too much more. It's 22 bucks. You're getting a pretty outstanding tank. The flavor on it's pretty good. I mean, for what you're getting, it's good. I mean, it's good. It's right in that ballpark of the Nautilus Mini, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's not better, but it's on that level of the Nautilus Mini as far as airflow and flavor goes. It holds 2 mils of juice, so it's not a lot of juice. But it is what it is. Like I said, you're gonna fill it often, but it's very easy to fill. It's top fill. I will tell you though, a quick con on here. There's only one con I've really come up with that's a true con. It's the fact that when you do fill it, you do get a little bit of gurgliness. It does go away after 2 hits, though. You don't even have to do it. Just vape through it, 2 hits, and it's gone. And it's not really excessive gurgling. And I haven't had juice in my mouth, anything of that nature. It's been really, really good. I've got no complaints. This is an outstanding tank. I've been looking for like another Nautilus-style tank out there, and this is, If they make like a 3 mil or a 4 mil version, I'd be buying the tank just by itself because I like it. Battery hasn't given me any issues. The button's clicky. Those are my pros. The pros are everything pretty much, except for the capacity and a little bit of gurgliness you get when you fill it. Yeah, if you're looking for a little portable banger here, mouth-to-lung setup, obviously the airflow on it is conducive to only mouth-to-lung. This would be at $22. Go get yourself one. Multitude of colors. I'm sure they'll release even more colors in the future. Outstanding tank by Innokin. Innokin has done a great job with these starter kits. Thumbs up to you guys. So that's it, guys. I obviously highly recommend it. So that's it. Thank you all for watching. I have a subscription link down here in the corner as always. Till next time, live well and vape on.